Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the KB&Jey podcast. I am Hugo, also known as KingBomBeard here on YouTube, and with me as always is my lovely co-host.
Hi, I'm Jay. J-Roll on YouTube and stuff. Hi.
And we've been away for a couple of weeks, but we're back and we're gonna resume where we left off. It's just life's been busy for both of us over the past couple of weeks, so
Very
that
much.
is why we've not been able to really get together and record. But we're here, we're doing it. It's gonna be fine. So how have you been gaming wise this past couple of weeks?
Mostly what I've been doing is Stardew Valley. Again, I recently got back into it and I've been spending all my spare time on it, which I have a lot of spare time right now this week. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't really been playing anything else. What about you?
Well, I've been playing all sorts. I started streaming Ever Oasis, as you probably know, and loving that to pieces. Played a bit more Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I had a little bit of a mishap a minute ago, actually. Before we started, I was like, right, I'm going to set up to record more of my series for that. And my game didn't save, so I guess we had to play through all the hardest levels again.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh.
So I had to play up to the hardest level in the game again, but the levels before it are insanely hard. I did them better off screen, funnily enough, so a little bit of inconsistency between videos, but doesn't matter. I will explain what happened in the video as well. So yeah, that's just a little thing that's happened. And I've also got into another game, which we'll talk about later, because of the topic of this video. So
Right.
you know what it is, but
Yep.
other people don't. So I think now we should. That's pretty much all I've been doing, just playing Ever Oasis and Crash Bandicoot, which I've been having.
And the
fun
other
with.
game.
Really need to get back into Stardew, and the other game, yes. Need
Yes,
to
please play
start playing
Stardew.
Stardew again at some point. Well, I'll try. It's one of those games I've got to be in the right mood to play, but I'll do it. It's fine. I've wanted to play
I
for
understand
ages.
that.
We were.
I played it for like 3 months when I first got it, just like straight, and then I stopped for about 3 months, and I just picked it back up. So like, it comes and goes.
Yeah. It's a good game. If you've not played Stardew Valley before, go play it. It's good.
Yes.
Especially if you like farming simulators and town, those sort of Animal Crossing-esque stuff. It's fun. It's very Harvest Moon. If you like Harvest Moon, you'll like Stardew, because it's actually better than Harvest Moon. But I digress. So let's talk about news. Segways. What are they? We're going to talk about the news. Not again. We're in July, so not very much is happening because E3 happened, and that's literally where it normally stops. But we also have had a big reveal happen at D23, which is the Disney Expo, and it's to do with Kingdom Hearts 3, which we know about from E3 when the creator of the game came out at they had a concert at E3, and the director came out and said, we are not being. This is all you're going to see from Kingdom Hearts at E3. We're not really going to say anything. We're just going to tell you, go to D23 and you'll get some news. So we got a trailer, and the trailer is 5 minutes long. It's in Japanese, but a lot of stuff is shown off in the trailer, which I really like. Have you seen the trailer?
I have not watched it yet.
Okay, I might spoil a little bit of the trailer. I'm very sorry if
That's
you've
fine.
never seen it. But so the trailer opens and it's comes up with like text. I didn't actually read the text. I don't remember what it says, but it's Sora jumping through more of Olympus, of like the Olympus Coliseum of this game. So you see more areas. You see him fighting one of the Titans, all sorts like that. You see him actually jump up to Olympus. So Olympus is actually an area in the game you get to explore, which, yes, just yes, very happy about that. Being a massive Hercules fan, and Then we got a reveal of a new world, which is what we got told. So far, the worlds that have been announced are Hercules, Tangled, and Big Hero 6. And then they revealed the new one. And it's Toy Story themed. And as a massive Toy Story fan, who's one of those people who has seen all the data mines from Kingdom Hearts 2, where, Bugs, oh not Bugs, what am I saying? Bugs? Why am I saying Bugs? I meant Buzz, not Bugs. Buzz and Woody are in the code of Kingdom Hearts 2. So, I've known for a while that they'd probably put Toy Story in, but I didn't think they would do it for 3. I thought it would be in one of the earlier games, but they finally put Toy Story in, and they've revealed a couple of things, shown some of the gameplay for. I'm going to assume the world's going to be called Andy's Room. I hope it's called Andy's Room.
I was about to say something about that. I was about to ask, like, did you notice how, like, all the Disney worlds actually have actual names, like Agrabah, Atlantis, but, like, Pixar worlds don't?
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
So it's like trying to figure out what it's called. It's either going to be called Land. I think of like 2 or 3 names it could be. It could be like Land of Toys, which is just stupid, or it will be Andy's Room. If it's Andy's Room, yes, I'm very happy about that because that's what it is. But I know from the trailer they do go outside Andy's Room. But this is obviously from what we've seen in the trailer and what the story they're sort of giving us from it. We haven't got. It's not telling a plot from the films. So Sid's not in it. Stinky Pete's not in it. Lotso's not in it. It's literally Buzz, Woody, Rex, Ham, the soldiers, and the little green men.
Mm-hmm.
From what we've seen in the trailer, and to be honest, that's all you really need with Toy Story. And from the looks of the trailer, Toy Story is going to be a very important world. I get from some of the dialogue one of the villains in the trailer says, one of the organisation members says something, and it's like makes me think Toy Story is going to be very important. Hence why they released it. They've announced it here at D23. But then another thing, we've seen gameplay for the Toy Story world, and it has revealed that you do not have 3 party members in this game. You can have up to 5, which is incredible. I absolutely love that.
I saw a picture of that, actually, and it was cool.
I thought it was like a cosmetic thing, like, it's like these are the other 2 people you can have in your party if you want type thing. But no, if you look at the gameplay trailer, Buzz and Woody are running around killing Heartless as well. And just seeing Buzz run around punch a Heartless in the face, quite satisfying actually. I also love the designs of Donald, Goofy and Sora for this world.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a sort of release date. It's just as vague as it always has been with Kingdom Hearts. So 2018 is all we've got. We just know it's coming out next year, and I'm looking forward to it.
Watch it be like December 31st.
Watch it. Yeah, it will come out December. Holidays 2018 probably, or it will come out like 2020, or it will come out 2056. We don't know. It's going to keep getting pushed back. We sort of know this by now, but I think now that all the Final Fantasy stuff has been sorted, unless they're doing more DLC for 15, I think most of the focus is going to go on the 7 remake and Kingdom Hearts, and that makes me happy just because we need Kingdom Hearts 3. It's been too long.
We've needed it for years, but
exactly
they need to make it as good as it can be before we get it.
Well,
but still,
just judging from the animation quality, like from Buzz and Woody, the jump to Unreal 3 or Unreal 4 even, the engine they're using, is the best choice they could have done, because Buzz and Woody actually look like they've been ripped from the film, from the Toy Story films. They look exactly like a Pixar. It looks like Pixar animation again, and it actually looks like Pixar animation, unlike a Final Fantasy game which just happens to have Disney characters in it. They can actually make the characters look like 3D versions. They could probably get away with doing the 3D films a lot more. So it's like with Rapunzel, I imagine Rapunzel's going to look like Rapunzel from the film and not be like down quality or anything, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. So yeah, it looks beautiful. It's Kingdom Hearts. Also mechs for some reason. It's like Sora jumps into a mech, and I'm really excited to just play it. Go watch the trailer. It's fun. It's fun 5 minutes, and we could probably talk about it for about an hour. But I don't think people want to hear us rant about the Kingdom Hearts trailer for an hour. So that's pretty much all the news. There's been other things like Edmund McMillan, the creator of Super Meat Boy, released a brand new game recently called The End Is Nigh.
There's been games pushed back, so yeah.
Yeah, games pushed back like the Dream Daddy, the Dad Dating Sim, has been pushed back.
For good reason.
For good reasons. It's like, I imagine with beta testing, it was like there's problems here, and here, and they're just been like, okay, we're going to push it back and sort all that out. And a lot of people are saying they should just release it and patch it later, but this shows that the developers actually care. So I'm happy with that they're doing that. So
yep.
That's pretty much all the news. There's not been very much else game related news, because it's mostly been focused on TV and film at the moment. But gaming news, that's pretty much it. So now we're going to get into the topic of today's video. I am really bad at segues today. I'm not good with segues. I'm not good with segues. What's the deal with segues, as Bo Burnham would say? So
yes,
we like games, as you probably know.
No.
And no,
yes.
You don't say. But I was wondering the other day when I picked up a game that I've not played in years. I bought the newest version of it because on a whim and decided to play it and went, this is definitely a guilty pleasure game. I want to know what our guilty pleasure games are. So,
okay.
So the game in question that made me think of this topic was Nintendogs.
Yay!
I have been obsessed with Nintendogs for the past week and a bit because I used to play Nintendogs when I was younger, and then I put it down and I've not touched it since. I think somewhere I probably still have my original DS cartridge of it, and all my dogs are still there, and they're probably dirty as heck. But
if they're still alive, which yeah, they can't die.
They can't die. They're virtual. If they could die, that'd be some shit, wouldn't it?
That would be the real experience, though. You raise an animal and you get really close to it, and then it dies. It's life lessons.
But
Nintendo, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, Nintendo, keep doing your thing. We love you for it. So yeah, I've been playing Nintendogs, and you've actually heard me play some of it, and
yeah,
you can probably confirm it's probably the funniest thing you've ever heard in your life.
It's quite funny hearing him like scream at a dog to do something, because it's just like, it's interesting. I've never heard that much rage over Nintendogs. I love it.
It's because it's weird because Nintendogs is like a very ridiculously casual game, but at the same time, with the mechanics of actually getting your dog to actually like learn stuff, like learn all the tricks and stuff, you actually need to be quite aggressive with it, and it's like I do because I have my I've got voice things on my phone where I could talk into it and it'll come up with subtitles and stuff. I have to speak very slowly and very like this for it to understand me. And I think that's what the dog does as well. So it's like I'm just talking to it normally, like I am now, and then it will just be like, the dog doesn't know what I'm saying, and it's like, no.
It's always really funny when like we'll be in the middle of a conversation, and then all of a sudden I'll hear him like say something and be like, "Robin, no," or "Robin," or something like that. And I'm just like, "Oh, you're playing Nintendogs again." Yeah. So that's how I find out.
Nintendogs. I like Nintendogs. It's fun.
I'm glad.
It's very surprising.
I love Nintendogs.
But I've got others, but I want to hear what some of yours are.
Okay. Probably
I'm intrigued.
My main one that I know people hate is the My Sims party game for the Wii.
Oh no!
I fucking love that game. It's so good to me. It's so good to me because I grew up loving The Sims. I grew up playing almost every single Sim game. So when a My Sims game came out, I was like, oh, they're cute. They look like little chibi people. It's cute. I want to play it. and then like you get to like customize your own town, and like you get to do these festival games, and I'm a sucker for like games that have like mini games that are fun. I mean, not all of them are fun, but like there's also an achievement factor where like if you beat a certain festival, you get a trophy and you can put it in the town, and just like it's just really fun to me. But I know a lot of people hate that game. So that is like my number one guilty pleasure game, because I will tell people all day every day that I love it, and watch them give me a really mean face because they're like, what are you doing with your life? So that's my main one. What do you like?
My main thing with like guilty pleasure games is if it's your guilty pleasure and you are fully aware it's a guilty pleasure. It's like, I know the game's bad, but I just enjoy it. I'm okay with that, because you enjoy what you enjoy. For example, another guilty pleasure for me is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Everyone
Yeah.
hates it. Okay?
I still haven't figured that one out.
But it's, yeah, the design is awful, the characters are awful, the mechanics are awful, but there's just something about it I really like, because it's really strange. You can tell it's trying. It's like with Shadow the Hedgehog, which I don't like. Shadow the Hedgehog was trying too hard to be edgy. This game's trying too hard to be whimsical, and I just really like that idea where it's like it's really silly, and then obviously, to quote Some Call Me Johnny, Sonic dies. That is one of the best moments in the game, because it's just like, yeah, we finally got this far. We're gonna kill Sonic off in a Sonic game. It's ridiculous.
Does he kiss a human or something?
She kisses him to bring him back to life.
Oh, why would she do that? I mean,
Because she loves Sonic. It's like, to be honest, the characterization of some of the characters is so stupid. Like the characters, like the actual Sonic characters, are completely fine. It's the human characters I really don't like. Also, seeing a realistic Dr. Eggman is quite possibly the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because no man would have a moustache like that, and he would not wear that costume. It looks like he has got giant yellow nipples.
oh my god.
Because it's just how Eggman's coat's designed.
I need to go back and see this.
I'll send you a picture of it. I'm gonna do that now while you tell me another guilty pleasure. I'm gonna find this picture.
Okay, let's see. Another one. I'm just making sure. I thought that my dog was barking, but Bree's in here, so it's not Bree. Might be Callie. Another one for me would have to be a My Little Pony game, and I think it's called Friendship Garden, but it came out in 1998, and I love it so much, and I want to play it again, even though it's like kind of old now. But it's such a good game, because I know My Little Pony has like not a bad rep, but it has a reputation that's not always the best reputation, and people are always ridiculed for it. But this is a cute little game where like you start off, you get a pony, you get to customize her hair and shit, and like you get to make her whatever you want to make her, and she starts at one end of the screen. It's like a 2D like side scroller. You can it's interesting. I'd have to show it to actually like portray it correctly, but you have to get her from one end of the screen to the other by jumping over obstacles, and then the end goal is to like send her over the rainbow bridge, and there's a bunch of mini games. Again, it's a mini game. There's a bunch of mini games where like you get to dance, you get to dress up some ponies, and like you get to make a cake, which was always fun because I like to decorate things. But if she can't jump over the obstacles, she can't go over the rainbow bridge, and that's the main goal of the game. And it's always sad when you let her go because she never comes back. So it's just a really good game, and I really like it. And yeah, I played it when I was like 5, 6, and I played it for several years. I've beaten it several times, but I can't find it anymore. I looked for it the other night, and I can't find it. So I'm gonna probably buy it again one day because I really love that game. So yeah, that's another one.
Games that you played as a child are normally like when you look back, it's like, what is this? I didn't realize it was this bad or anything like that. But that's like one of those things. I used to have an Action Man game which I remember beating a lot on computer, on like PC years and years ago. I think, what was it called? It was like Operation something. I don't remember what it was, but I used to play it, and it was absolutely crazy. It was a very, very, very strange game, and I played it, and it had like the Action Man characters in it. So it had like your Action Man, you fight Dr. X and Dr. Gangrene. But then there was like new villains in it who were like never in it. There were no like toys of ever, and it was just like, who are these? Why are they here? But they were like my favourite characters, to the point where I used to mimic one of them, because he was I think he was called Mantis or something. It was Mantis or Locust. I think it was Locust, and he used to wear like a gas mask. I used to actually get a cup and put it over my mouth and pretend to be him. I pretend I had a gas mask on when I was younger. I was weird. But that was like that game. I've gone back and actually looked up footage of it on YouTube before, and just like, this game is awful, but I love it. It's just it's silly. I like it like a lot. But there's like old games we used to play when we were younger. Definitely are like, some of them now are not the best games ever, but we can sort of rose tinted glasses them, and that's one of them, and I like that about games. I really do. Here's one that
I was about to ask if you already have one in mind, because I'm still thinking of another one.
I was going to talk about the Rugrats games.
The Rugrats game?
Yeah.
I thought about that
In
one.
Search of
Okay,
Reptile.
you do it.
Well, we could both do it because we both played it. So.
Okay, well, you go first.
Like, that game's bad. It's so bad, but because it's Rugrats, and it was like a game that I would always play, just I didn't realise it was bad, and I even went back and played it a couple of years ago. So I still got the disc. I went and played it, and I beat it in about an hour. It's a very short game, but I like beat it, and I was like, well, that was satisfying, like, living through episodes of the Rugrats, even though some of the mechanics are really jank, like some of the controls like really janky, but it's like it worked. I enjoyed it. It's one of those games which
some of the visuals are nightmare fuel.
Oh god,
looking
yes.
at you, Mr. Friend, in the basement. Oh god.
Mr. Fiend.
No, get it away. Get it away like several thousand feet away from me.
And Thorg, who likes to, and the one with, and Thorg, the gorilla, who likes to have eat.
Oh god. Yeah, exactly. It was just but like, the visuals weren't bad for the time period. I mean, they could have been better, but at the same time, it's a Rugrats game. What do you expect? And a good thing though was the music was good.
Oh well, some of it was.
It's good
the
as far as
music, not so much.
It's good as far as keeping with the show.
Yes. Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's good as in you like to listen to it, but it's good as far as like they were at least committed to keeping up this theme.
Also, it is probably a bold statement here. It's the best hub world in any video game ever made.
The best what?
In my opinion, the best hub world.
Hub world.
Like where you go and go to all the levels. Like when you're walking around the Pickles House to get the levels.
Okay.
That is the best way of going through levels ever. Especially if you grew up watching the show. It's like you're walking through the house.
I know.
And it's like, and it's accurate, and I love it. Just, I think my favourite mission is Grandpa's Teeth.
Yeah.
Like reliving that episode's fun. Grandpa's Teeth is a good episode.
My least favorite is the Mr. Friend thing, because I was scared of them when I was younger, because I had an abnormal fear of the Chucky doll. So anything resembling a doll that was even remotely scary looking, I wanted no part of. So I never actually played that. I had watched my brother play it, because I was like, I can't do it.
Like with no, I think the only level I'd ever liked playing was the Spike Sewer one. The one, like, I think it's In Search of Cynthia or something. I hate that level just because I just remember it being really difficult.
Isn't it like one of the hardest ones?
It's the only level in the game I think that has a very hard level rating. And if you actually play it now, I've played it since, and it's easy. It's really easy. You can't die. You can't get hurt. It's stupid. It's just like, why was I scared of this? Why would this level like freak me out. But
Oh,
it used
I
to.
just remembered another game. We talked about this a few weeks ago, actually. Rascal?
Oh, good God, Roscoe. Oh,
I
go
have,
on then.
I,
Explain to the people why you like Roscoe.
he has a bubble gun. I like bubbles, so I like this game. It's not a good reason. It's not a good game, but I like it, and I have nostalgic. I always used to get it confused with some other game that I don't even remember what the name of it is. But I used to years ago, before I remembered what the name was, I was like, oh yeah, it's a game. The guy has like a backwards blue hat and he has a bubble gun. And every time I would ever say that, people would just look at me and be like, oh God, no. And I'm like, what? They're like, are you talking about Rascal? I'm like, no, I don't think it's that. I think it's another game. It is Rascal though. But it looked, when I was younger, it looked really cool, and looked like you were actually in danger and peril, and like you freaking shot things with bubbles and they died. Like my 5-year-old mind couldn't handle it, so it's like I don't know. I like that game. I bet if I played it now, I wouldn't like it anymore. But yeah, the general consensus is everyone hates it, but I have a soft spot for it.
I'm trying to think of other ones now. Trying to think of like early PlayStation 1 games that are absolutely terrible. But, well, here's one that no one knows. And if you know it, I'll be very surprised. And I'm going to explain the premise of it afterwards. And you're going to say that is boring, but it is so fun. There's a game on the PlayStation 1 called Sheep. And the premise of the game, you herd sheep.
I think I've heard of that. Like, no pun intended. I think I've actually heard of that game.
It's very, very hard. Because it's essentially you're doing lemmings, but the sheep are even dumber than lemmings. And you've got to go through like an isometric view of a game. The game's isometric, so you're like going around an isometric 3D plane, finding these sheep, and you're trying to herd them into like their like get in within a gate. I wanted to say corral there, but I don't think it is a corral. But you got to like get them into like their gate and like lock it and stuff. But the sheep don't do as they're told, and a lot of people complain about it. But at the same time, I just love it because it's cute. I like cute games, okay? And the premise is ridiculous. It's like aliens come to Earth to steal the sheep, and you've got to save sheep.
I did not know about this game. You reminded me of another game though that I don't even know if you've heard of it.
Okay.
It's a PS2 game and it's called Monster Rancher. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I have not.
Yay! I finally have a game you haven't heard of. But it's a game where it's kind of a similar thing, except herding sheep. You're raising these monsters and you can combine them, not like a sick way, but like you can combine their genetics to make new monsters. And what was cool is what you could do is while the game was playing, you could open the PS2 and put another game in, and whatever game you put in, it would base a monster off of something in that game, and then put it into your game.
That actually
it was really cool.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, like you have to play it with me someday if we get the chance. If I still have it, because it was really cool. But I never heard anybody talk about it, and I never saw anybody like play it. So like I imagine that would be another one that doesn't. Either a whole lot of people don't know about it or a whole lot of people don't like it. Because I imagine some people would think the mechanic of opening up PlayStation 2 and putting something else in there might mess it up while it's playing. But yeah, it worked. Really, it worked a lot better than you thought it would. So that was one. And that actually makes me think of Dragon Veil, which I know people actually like that game, so it's not a guilty pleasure game. But like with the combinations of dragons and stuff. Have you ever played that? Dragon Veil? Have you played that?
Never heard of it.
Oh my god, really? It's a phone game. It's so addicting. It's so addictive. I think you might actually like it.
Speaking of phone games, time to talk about more guilty pleasures. Okay, I have a problem. I'm actually going to tell you what I have on my mobile phone. I have Pokemon Shuffle, Fire Emblem Heroes, the Kingdom Hearts one, and stuff like that. So it's like your standard stuff. Then like the card-based ones I have, but the main one I have the Candy Crush clones and Candy Crush. I have Candy Crush, obviously, because you've got to have Candy Crush on here. But then I also have like different versions of it, and it's like it's literally all four of these are the same game, but they're just different themes, and I really like them. I've got Disney Emoji Blitz, which is essentially Candy Crush but with Disney characters. And I have a problem. There's a Family Guy one, and it's basically all the candies replaced with booze. And you're just getting them all drunk.
Oh no.
That one's fun. Then I've got Simon's Cat Crunch Time, which is cat themed because I really like Simon's cat, and that's really fun. And then also, this is the one that's probably gonna make you laugh. I have Sailor Moon. I have a Sailor Moon version.
Nice.
I like Sailor Moon, and yeah, they're guilty pleasure games because they're not good. They don't take much brain power to play, but I just really enjoy the Candy Crush like games. And
What
I don't know why.
What I'm about to say may change our friendship a little bit.
Okay.
I've never played Candy Crush. Like, never.
You are one of the lucky ones.
Never in my life. I've never even seen it. I've never downloaded it. I've never been around anybody playing it. I don't even know what it is. I just know it's a thing that is bad.
It's the most addictive. It's literally ridiculously addictive. It's like the crack cocaine of video games, because little things that you do, and it just makes you like, I'm going to play one more level. And it's one of those games which is like, it tries to like, it's a money vacuum. It tries to like steal your money. But I don't give them money because I can beat the levels without any power-ups.
Is it like Bejeweled?
It's like Bejeweled. It's essentially just Bejeweled, but
Okay.
less brain taxing. Because
Okay.
Bejeweled, I've gone back and played Bejeweled, but I really can't play it because I've played Candy Crush. It's like the mechanics don't agree with me in Bejeweled, but I like Bejeweled. Bejeweled's fun.
I love Bejeweled. Because it's pretty. But yeah, never played Candy Crush.
You are one of the luckiest people on the planet if you've never played Candy Crush. Well, it wouldn't change my opinion on you anyway, even if you had or hadn't. It's yeah, you're just lucky.
Yeah, but you seriously should download Dragonville after this at some point, because I want to know if my prediction is right, that you'll love it, or you'll not. You'll be like, I don't care, because it's basically you raise dragons.
Okay.
And you get to like, you don't really get to do games with them, but you kind of like make your own little dragon world, like a dragon zoo. But I mean, you take care of them, obviously. Like they're not in bad conditions or anything like that. But like you get to customize it and everything. See, that's apparently that's the pattern with games that I like. I like places where you can build your own little town, or you can build your own stuff and decorate and take care of things. That appears to be like my pattern of stuff that I enjoy. So I think that's like the third game I've mentioned that's like that.
Well,
So.
I just downloaded Dragonvale.
You did? Yay!
Yeah, I downloaded it. I'll play it later. It's on my
Yay!
phone.
I'm so
The
glad.
great thing about mobile phones, you can just do that really quickly. But yeah, I've just done that. So I'll give that a go, and I'll tell you how it. Well, I'll tell you how it was next week.
Oh, it's a park. It's not
I'll
a
probably tell
zoo.
you
It's a park.
beforehand,
Because you can actually visit other people's parks too, and you can get money that way. And you can breed your dragons to get special dragons.
Dragon
It's cool.
fucking.
I mean,
No,
you
not
don't see
really.
it. They're in the cave of love, or something like that. It's called something like that. It's got a heart over it. But
That is.
all they do is just,
They go in there, they
just
bone,
spin
and they
around.
come out with an egg.
they don't even go in there. They just spin around for hours and hours, and then it's like, hey, there's an egg.
It's like in Pokemon. I'm going to put two Pokemon together, and then I'm going to leave, and then at the daycare center, and you come back and it's like, hey, they had a kid.
Never put a Charizard and an Abomasnow together. They fuck like rabbits. I'm dead serious. Because as
What do
soon
they
as I got
spawn? Do they spawn
a Charmander,
or do they...
I had a female Charizard, but you could breed it with an Abomasnow, and as soon as I would get my Charmander out and take it to the Pokemon Center to put it in a box, there was another one. I ended up with 9 before I could get them out.
That is actually pretty freaking cool.
I'm just saying, unless you want a little army of Charmanders or Abomasnows, like, don't do it. Don't do it. I ended up with 1 female and 8 males.
There's nothing wrong with a little army of There's nothing wrong with a little army of Charmanders.
What?
I said there's nothing wrong with a little army of Charmanders.
True, Charmanders are my favorite. But yeah, it was interesting because I got the female Charizard from Leaf Green. My very first time ever playing it, I got a female, which is a 12.5% ratio rate. Yeah.
Yeah. That's lucky.
So I breeded the shit out of her, apparently.
That's a good thing though, because then you got so many Charizards. You can get so many Charmanders and Charizards, and eventually you can get the perfect ones. Do you really want to waste your time with the perfect one? I don't know.
I remember what I named her too. Oh my god, it's such a stupid name. I named her Charmandra. I was like, why would I do that to her? But anyway, she was great. I got her to like level 80. Really?
Yeah, I think it's quite a clever name.
The baby I named Charla. So I tried to keep a theme.
Oh,
we have gone off on topic, but it's fine. We're having fun.
Yeah, it happens. We derail the conversation and then we come straight back. So, is there any other guilty pleasure games you can think of?
I'm thinking there was a Barbie game I used to play when I was little, like an actual physical PC game that I used to play, and it was the same mini games each time, but I would do them differently. I remember that game, but I don't remember what it was called. But there was a game I played even more, and it was the online Barbie game, like Barbie.com. I used to go there every day when I was younger, especially during the summer. I would go there every day and play all the games like non-stop. So
that's just reminded me of another one that I used to do. A couple of browser ones. But it's not really a guilty pleasure because it's still huge. RuneScape.
Ooh,
I used to play.
I like RuneScape.
But I don't play it very often now. But if I was to, I'd probably let people know if I was playing it. It's one of the first and only MMOs I used to play, to be honest. So.
Did you ever hear of Tibia?
I have heard of Tibia.
I used to play the shit out of that when I was younger. I used to play it so much. I still love that game. I just haven't played it in forever because I have nobody to play it with anymore. So, it's really good though. It's not really a guilty pleasure one because I think a bunch of people like it. I wonder if it's still even active. But that's
sort of why I mentioned RuneScape, because it's sort of a guilty pleasure, but at the same time, it's actually a good game. Like, it's well designed for an MMO. Very basic, but it's more accessible to me than World of Warcraft is, I feel. But it's because World of Warcraft has got so many expansions. But
and Tibia is free. Last time I checked.
RuneScape's free unless you want the membership, like the premium account.
Yeah.
I remember that much. Because it was the same with like Adventure Quest, which is another one which is like a guilty pleasure. Literally a MMO online, or an online MMO where you do turn-based battles, and that's all you did. I sunk too many hours into that as a kid.
I scared my mom one day when I was playing Tibia. That's the very first time I ever had an adrenaline rush was playing that game. Because I was in this place where like you had to hunt, and oddly enough, like like slime and Stardew, they're not that hard to kill. Have you killed any slime in Stardew yet? Well, in Tibia, slime, they're like, okay, if you haven't, it's okay. They're not that hard to kill. But in Tibia, slime are like some of the worst monsters that can fight you. So what happened was I was in this place, I was hunting, I was minding my own business, I was killing like goblins and orcs and stuff. I was doing fine. I had lost a little bit of health, but I had so much shit on me that if I died, I'd lose it all. I fell down a hole and there were 10 slimes surrounding me. I got out of there with 2 health. And
Nintendogs.
The entire time I was running and screaming like no, and I had to play it on a desktop computer, which the way that it is in my house, our desktop computer used to be right beside my mom's chair. So I didn't hear my mom shouting Jamie over and over again because I just kept screaming louder and louder because I was trying to get out and my heart was beating so fast. And when I got done, she's like, I don't want you playing this game anymore. And I'm like, but Mom, I just got out. So I was on restriction for like a few weeks after that for playing the game because it scared her. So that was my first ever oh my god moment when running away from combat. So that was fun. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a moment where I've wanted to run away, like scream and run from the game. But well, saying that, Resident Evil 7, I'll say is probably my one. That's the first time I was like, no, fuck this noise, no, get me out. But another guilty pleasure game, probably the last one I'm going to mention. Did you ever play Neopets?
No, but I knew people who did. Or I might have, but I don't remember anything about it. Did you have to have like a little handheld thing for it, or could you do it online?
It was an online thing.
Then I might have.
Handheld. It was an online thing, but they did them as like toys and stuff as well. But the online thing was literally the dumbest game I have ever played in my life. And again, like Adventure Quest, I sunk too much time into that game to the point where I made 12 email addresses and had 12 different accounts on Neopets.
Wow, you were committed.
I've forgotten all of them, and to be honest, Neopets is down. It's just like Club Penguin. Club Penguin was fun.
I never played it.
Oh.
I spent too much time on Fishland. You ever play that?
Fishland?
Fishland, yeah. You got to take care of a fish. I had a dolphin.
Oh, fair enough.
I wonder if it's still active. I used to spend so much time on there. It was so stupid. But yeah. I just remember my email for the Barbie account. It was BandGeek84 or something like that. That's interesting. I wonder if I could ever log back into that account. Anyway.
Probably.
Yeah, I like Band.
There's just a lot of stuff. There's too many games that I used to play that are like nowadays considered really bad. But it's just an interesting topic to talk about because it's like games now. I've mentioned this earlier. Like games now, when we look back at games we used to play, they're not designed particularly well, but they're still fun in their own way for us, especially. Mm-hmm. And I just thought it would be a fun topic to talk about today.
Yeah, we had fun. I had fun.
Yeah. So I think that's about it for the topic, I think.
Yeah.
So now all we got to do is just talk about, like, do shameless plugging, and then we can wrap this stuff up. So what are you intending on doing over the next couple of weeks on your channel, and what have you been doing over the past couple of weeks on your channel?
The past couple of weeks, what I've been doing is I've been obsessed with Hamilton. You know that. I've been doing lip sync videos of me lip syncing and being different characters, and it's been a lot of fun. I love it. It's been received pretty well too, so like I'm probably gonna do more of those maybe. Just depends on time and if my equipment works. But I've played some more of Asagao. I did the 2 secret route, so that's another thing. But in the coming weeks, I will probably go back to The Wolf Among Us because that's an ongoing series. And when the Dream Dad Simulator finally comes out and I get it, I'm going to do a Let's Play of that and romance every single dad. So, we're going to have fun with that. And that's all I got, I think, so far for upcoming weeks and what's been happening.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So with me, it's I've been streaming more regularly on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays, much to the detriment of my YouTube channel. So I need to sort of get on that. But on my channel now, I have Kingdom Hearts 2 has started and is going quite well. There's 4 episodes of that up. Another one of that will be coming out within the week. I'm trying to aim for like 2 Kingdom Hearts videos a week, just because it's a long game. Then I also have Evil Within, which I do need to record a bit more of at some point. It's just one of those games I'm going to pick up and play whenever I can be bothered to pick up and play it. And I've also got Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy, which is great fun. And just, if you want to see me rage, that's a fun one to watch me rage on. I also have projects for other people coming up, like me working with other people on other channels, but I'm not going to really talk about them until they are definitely like set in stone that they're happening. So they're in the works at the moment, but there's going to be some things on other people's channels, and also streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Ever Oasis is the current game, but I will sometimes jump to like I could jump to Until Dawn or other things. I've been doing Until Dawn recently as well, but Ever Oasis is the main one that's on stream, and you can also catch up with the VODs on YouTube because I'll be uploading them pretty much as soon as the streams finish.
Yay!
So yeah, that's pretty much it for both of us. So thank you all so much for watching or listening to this. As always, thank you for being here, Jay.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for being here. Yay!
And we will see, and we will try and get another video out, or another episode out next week. If not, we'll get it out every couple of weeks. We're not going to say specifically when a video is coming out. They'll just come out when they come out. So
yeah.
Thank you very much for listening. I am KingBomBeard.
Bye, y'all. I'm Jay. Thanks for listening and stuff.
And we'll see you all next time.
Bye.